Damon, we were talking before your last weather hit, and in the break here, it looks like we might need to be gearing up for another round of winter weather. I can't believe it.
Exactly, yes.
I hate it.
This is the time of year. This is the time of year where after we take a little bit of a breath from the last storm, the next one's just going to start rolling in, and it's just on a repeat. So yeah, we are gearing up, it looks like, for another round of wintry weather. Let's dive right into it here. The good news is, and I will get this disclaimer out there right off the bat, it is not looking like the absolute mess we saw on Sunday. A little bit less of an impactful event, but still something to note. 34 is that current temperature right now in Hagerstown, and most of the viewing area since yesterday has been hovering around the freezing mark. There has not been really much adjustment to the air temperature, and the other thing too that's been hanging around is all of this wind. Yes, breezy still on this Tuesday. We have lost those very strong wind gusts. Those wrapped up last night, but still steady winds between roughly 15 to 25 miles an hour are ongoing across much of the viewing area. Kaiser, the one exception where it usually is pretty windy over there in the mountains of West Virginia. But yes, outside of that, it's breezy and still chilly. The air temp is right around the freezing mark for most locations, but you factor in then those breezy winds, and we're talking it feeling more like the 20s out there. But finally, at the very least, the sky is starting to clear out a little bit. That cloud deck has been pretty persistent, but it's starting to thin out now, and we are seeing a few breaks of blue sky here and there, and we'll see more and more of that as we go throughout the day. You can see how that drier air and that cloud deck is breaking up from south to north, and we will catch a little bit of sunshine before day's end, and we wrap up into the middle of the week then. So it's still going to be staying brisk as we go along here despite the sunshine because of the breezy winds we'll have out there. A clipper system, that's what's going to be moving in Wednesday night, and we'll start out with rainfall at first, and then that will transition over to a very wet snowfall that could likely accumulate across the viewing area by Thursday morning. And then, like I mentioned before, we take a breath. Here comes the next storm. We're keeping an eye on this weekend as there could be a system developing along the coastline. It looks like it's staying south for now, but this is, again, something we definitely need to watch. Now, as we go over the next couple of days, all quiet as that cloud cover wears away off to the north as we go through this evening into the overnight. Very tranquil out there for your Tuesday night. But here we go. As we enter into Wednesday, it's going to be dry. The clouds are going to return back again by the lunch hour here. And here comes that first dose of rainfall by about 5 o'clock. A few showers will be making their way over the mountains. As we enter in toward 10 o'clock, still just all rainfall out there. But look on the other side. We have colder air kicking in, and we are going to see a fresh dose of snowfall as that rain transitions over to the more wintry stuff as we go through the early morning hours. I would say between 2 to 7 o'clock in the morning is our best chance at seeing that solid dose of snowfall. And here we go, looking at one of the model runs that is out there. It's just going to be a quick hitting system, but it will be enough to potentially drop a couple of inches of snowfall through central Maryland, parts of northern Virginia, and right along the Allegheny Highlands, looking at 2 to possibly 3 inches of that wet snow. So keep that in mind. Your Thursday morning commute definitely could be on the trickier side of things given that mixed precipitation and wet snowfall. We cool down even more so cold Friday and Saturday once again, and there it is. Keeping a very close eye on how that system develops right now. Just scattered snow showers on Saturday.